Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be going over my TSM settings that I use when flipping. Now mainly because I've been asked this a bunch of different times on YouTube comments and in the Discord of what settings I have. People say like my tooltip looks different than yours, things like that. So I'll show you exactly what settings I use when I'm flipping and using TSM. So first of all, let's get an item up here. Alright, let's just use these bags for an example. So this is what my tooltip looks like. It has a bunch of different information showing about the products. And I'll show you what settings I use to actually show the tooltip to look like this. So as you can see, it's got like the purchase price, the smart average buy price, which is very important for flipping. It's also got your sold price, and it's got a bunch of the different price sources. So I have pretty much most of them showing. And I'll show you how to get your TSM to look just like mine. Now, an important setting for flipping, cross round flipping in particular, is having this selected. So what this will do is it will give you the data for the items across all the different realms. So for an example, we have a few other realms that we have the bags on at the moment. You can see that. And then also the purchase price will be from all the different realms, not just one specific realm. So this is very important for cross realm flipping, to keep track of the prices that you spend on a different realm. Then you move it to another realm and you can still track that same data. So very important to have this selected if you're cross realm flipping or cross realm trading at all. Now moving on to the tooltip settings. This is all personal preference, but I'll show you what settings I have and what I like to see. So I like to have the group name showing, the auctioning operation showing, and the crafting operation. I like to have the crafting operation just to know that it's a crafted item and that I have it in a group already, so it pops up for an example. So I like to have them three selected, so it's just good to know what groups they're in and what they're actually doing. Now when it comes to this, what I recommend doing is selecting these options right here, just so you have all the vendor prices and everything like that. It's very important. But this is where it comes to the main settings that are really important for flipping. So when you come to accounting here, you want to have purchased information on, and that is going to be that information you see where it has all the different prices. So it's got the min price that I've brought it for, the average price, and the max price. Then underneath it will also give the smart average buy price. So I really like to have these on. Now this sell rate is for items that you personally have sold, so I don't really worry about having this one turn on. We're going to have the sell rate overall for the TSM turned on. So this one's just for your personal sales, and it gives you a sell rate, which isn't that important, but the main sell rate is this one down here, so you want to have these two selected, but we'll get to those in a minute. So this is with auction DB, so this is all the different price points right here. Now I like to have min buyout selected, so it shows the min buyout, and then I like to have the market value. Now I like to have the market value and trend. So what this will do is if it's trending up or down, it will give you a percent. As you can see, there is 36% that it's trending up on this round for the market value, and that's what it will show. Now you can also have that set for the region market value average, so it also will have a trend. As you can see, it's 29% up, the region market value average. So I prefer to have the trends. This way you can just have a quick look at it and you know if it's going up or down at the moment. Then having the region historical price, very important, the region sale average, the region sell rate, and then the region the region average daily sold. So that's going to give you all that different information that is really important. Now another thing I like to select is this right here. This is going to show your min price, your median price, and your max price for a specific item. As you can see down the bottom, our min price for this, and this is for when we're selling the item. So the min price that my operations have this set to is 22 gold, and that is because it's going off 50% higher than our smart average buy, which is the $22, and our smart average buy is 14 gold and 99 silver. So that is our min price, and then it shows the normal price and then the max price. So I like to have that just so I can see, like hover over an item and see what the min price is, and then the max, like for example the max price on this, that for my operations, if no one else is selling them on the auction house, it can go up to 110k. So I just like to have that selected. Now with crafting, I like to have all this selected. This way when I hover over it, I can see if it's a crafted item. Very simple by looking down the bottom, and it tells you how much the materials are going to cost to craft it. So like for an example, with these bags, it costs 20 gold to craft, and so I know it's 20 gold to craft. So if I can find any under 20 gold, I'm better off just buying them and straight up flipping them instead of crafting them myself. So I like to have that selected, and that is the main things for the tooltip. Now another cool setting that I really love for flipping is having on the sounds. So you can set up some sounds, so when you get a sale you can have a sound, and I really like using the cash register, so it makes that noise, and then when the scan is complete, so I know when to start posting them, I also have that set to this sound, just so I know when it's done. And then same with this right here, the same sound. That's very handy when you're posting items, especially when you're getting sales and you hear this noise right here. Where is it? Every single time, you know you've made a sale and it feels good. So I really enjoy and recommend, if you're flipping or just selling stuff on the auction house, to turn these settings on. They make it a lot better and a lot funner to do. Now moving on to the next thing is going to be the macros. Now this is very important for posting items quickly on the auction house. So what I like to do is select all of the options, every single option except vendoring sell all button. And what this will do is we'll make a TSM macro. If we look down on my toolbars, we've got them across all the bottom here. So whenever this is clicked once, it will do any of these things, these actions, depending on where you are in the auction house and like what's on your screen at the moment. Like for example, if you're posting an item and you've got the post screen up on TSM, you click this macro, it's going to post the item. If you've got the crafting window up and you click the macro, it's going to craft. So I like to select all of them, then select scroll wheel, mouse up and down, and then any modifiers if you want to set that to a modifier. But what I personally do is I get the macro straight out of the macro book, so right just here, move this onto my bars, and for an example I have keybind the scroll wheel to scroll up and the scroll wheel scrolling down, and then what I can do is just scroll up and down, and it will click the macro very quickly. Like for an example, let's post up a couple items here, and what I can do is just scroll the mouse wheel up and down, and as you can see it's clicking that macro over and over again, super quick. And this is the best way to post using TSM. It's the quickest and the easiest way. You scroll your mouse wheel up and down, and it posts over and over again as quickly as it possibly can. And that was it for my quick TSM guide for the settings that I personally use when I'm flipping. This was just a video helping out all the people that were asking how to make their TSM look like mine and the settings that I personally use. So this is for all of you guys. If you have any more questions, just ask down below in the video, or if you're in the private Discord, just go ahead and ask one of us inside of the Discord, and we'd be happy to help. Before we go, actually, if you would like to learn how to actually flip, now you know how to set up all the settings. If you would like to learn how to actually flip how I am and how I've made millions of gold from flipping, you can find all of that inside the flipping guide. It's a guide that I teach you how to flip, how to do everything, and you also get my TSM groups and operations from items that I've handpicked over the years that I recommend flipping. So that was it for the video. Till next one, take care.